interesting that you got the kind of more familiar programming languages mixed in. What's the kind of, since you've launched, what's the feedback been about that?
Yeah, it's been amazing. Literally, we've had so many C# developers come through the door just saying, we needed this set of tools to allow us to develop blockchain applications, because before we started Stratis, they just really didn't exist. And I mean, as a C# developer, we're really spoiled in the tools that we have available to us, being Visual Studio. So if we can develop blockchain applications inside that familiar environment, we hope that it's going to reduce the learning curve for blockchain developers, and that's going to increase the adoption.
You've got your own token as well as part of the platform. Perhaps you could tell me a bit about the token and how that works.
Yeah, so we have the STRAT token, STRAT, and it's used as basically the fuel on the platform. So we're just about to release our smart contracts alpha, and STRAT will be the gas that actually is used to execute said smart contracts. So yeah, it's basically the gas for the platform.
Great, this sounds awesome. What kind of applications can be built on the platform?
That's a very good question. I mean, what we've done is we've more focused on the developer tools, so creating the necessary APIs, SDKs that developers require so that they can go off and create use cases and applications that we've not even conceptualized. But what the sort of low-hanging fruit that we targeted to begin with was provenance. So validating the authenticity of, say, medical supplies or artwork. It applies to so many different industries that once we had that sort of template in place, we found it could apply to many different industries.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Have you got people building stuff on top of the platform already?
We do, yeah. So we have a project called Gluon, who are our first verified ICO. We're about to release our ICO platform that will allow anybody to create and do their own ICO, and it's how it differs from some of the other platforms is it has a very nice intuitive GUI, so it's basically like mum and pop being able to invest in ICOs, which we feel is a game changer. But the first project to come through is called Gluon, and I mean they're huge in the auto parts world. They have auto parts in over 1 million vehicles around the world, a huge turnover. They're an established company, and now they're bringing this new product to market, this new blockchain-based product in combination with Stratos, and it's going to be end-to-end, so payments, supply chain, smart contracts, making everything autonomous in the background. It's a very cool project.
This sounds amazing. This sounds really exciting. Can you tell me about any partnerships that you've got in place at the moment or upcoming?
Yeah, so I just mentioned Gluon. That's probably our biggest partnership right now, in that those guys are a huge established company, and we're working hand in hand with them to implement a blockchain-based solution that's going to have instant use, instant utility, instant transactions running through the network, because they have this established business. We're working with another project called Beyond. They're another manufacturing business. They manufacture out of China for a lot of like the large game manufacturers, Blizzard, Absolute Vodka, some really huge brands, Amazon as well. And they're, again, implementing a blockchain-based solution that's going to be end-to-end. So it's going to be used for payments, for supply chain, for authenticity of the merchandise that they create. So when a consumer buys an item from the shop, there'll be a QR code on the back, and they can use our app to independently verify that that did genuinely come from where they believe it came from. And obviously that is huge.
Yeah, this sounds incredible. I'm sure that a lot of the viewers will be interested in finding more about your project and perhaps joining your community. So where would be the best place for people to go?
So we have our website is StratisPlatform.com, and from there you can find our Discord, where the whole team are on Discord, myself as well. So if you want to message anyone, ask any questions, feel free to do so.
Great. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show, telling us a bit about Stratis.
Can you tell us a bit more about Stratis to begin with, just for our viewers who aren't already familiar?
Yeah, so Stratis is a blockchain development platform. It's completely developed in C# and Microsoft's .NET, which is one of the dominant languages in corporate and financial services development. We have a blockchain as a service offering, so we don't just have our STRAT public blockchain, we actually allow customers to deploy their own private bespoke blockchains. Okay. So it's all about providing that flexibility. A lot of the organisation have an enterprise background, myself included, so we're really trying to target those enterprise customers, and the platform's been developed from the very beginning with those in mind.
What is it about this project that's maintained its position as a dominant, highly traded cryptocurrency?
That's a very good question. I think part of it is that we're still around. A lot of these projects that people will disappear after a while and they won't maintain the project. The other is that we work very hard. I mean, everything's open source, so you can see the development as it happens, and we've built a huge team of developers that are working literally round the clock on building out this platform, and we give a lot of visibility to our community as well. I mean, I'm CEO, but my door's always open. The community can ask me questions and I'll answer them, and I think that that's played a big part in our success. I mean, we actually have a lot of our early investors here with us, around 20 guys that have been with us since day one, and they're still supporting us now, they're still holding, so yeah.
Yeah, that says a lot about the project. So you're about to launch an ICO platform. Can you describe to us what this platform will be about?
Correct, yeah. So we just wanted to create an ICO platform that was intuitive and allowed non-technical users to invest in ICOs. Some of the ICOs, it's quite difficult for people to actually invest in them, whereas we thought if we have a very simple GUI that somebody could come to and invest, and that was the reasoning behind it.
So when are you looking to launch this ICO?
We're going to be launching it within the next sort of 4 weeks.
And would you like to announce any big ICOs perhaps that are going to be launched on the Stratis platform that you know about?
Yeah, so we've got the first one has actually come through the door. They're called Gluon. They differ from 99% of the ICOs out there in the fact that they're a huge established company. They're in the auto parts manufacturing, and they have parts in over 1 million vehicles around the world. They've got like a £25 million plus turnover, so they're established. They've proven themselves in business. They've built this company from the ground up, and now they're bringing a new product to market, a blockchain-backed product, and they're doing an ICO with Stratis.
Okay, and do you guys screen people who want to use your platform?
Yeah, you have to be very careful, but what we like to say is we do the minimum amount of due diligence. So we went out to San Francisco, we made sure they really had a warehouse, we made sure they really had a business, and met with the guys and tried to do as much due diligence as we can, but we always recommend that people do their own due diligence.
Approximately how many projects do you have currently on the platform that are using?
At this moment in time, it would be hard to actually give you a number because there's people working in bubbles that we're not even aware of. We actually came to the conference and found a project that had Stratis on their back, that they're building on our platform, and we wasn't aware of them. So yeah, it's pretty cool. There's a lot going on.
Do you guys promote any of the ICOs?
We only promote Gluon, the one that we brought through, yeah. But so at the moment, you have to come to us for us to deploy the platform for you. But in a month's time, it will be deployable by anyone. So you'll be able to go on to, say, Microsoft's Azure, deploy ICO, and you're off, and you can do your own ICO. So it's not going to require any endorsement from us, but we will be picking the ones with a lot of potential and sort of helping them along.
What kind of exchanges are you on? Are you on all major exchanges at the moment?
So we're on Poloniex, Bittrex, Binance, so there's quite a few options.
Basically all the top ones.
Yeah,
okay, good, thank you. And is there anything you'd like to tell the viewers just before we go about the project?
Keep an eye out for our smart contracts coming soon.
Okay, thank you so much for being on the show.
And he's going to tell a little bit about his company and what they do in the crypto space. Go ahead, sir.
Perfect. So we're Gluon. We're an automotive technology company. What we essentially do is we connect vehicles, consumers, and enterprises using IoT, AI, and blockchain. We've identified 3 markets. We've identified manufacturers, wholesalers, We've identified the retailers, distributors, as well as consumers. And what we do is we provide software to the enterprise side as well as the distribution and retail side to essentially replace their existing software or to augment their current systems. And what that does is once we go into the consumer side of the market, we can connect in consumers directly in with the manufacturer so that they bypass a lot of friction that occurs along the way. We have IoT devices that we've developed in-house. Since 2014, we've been in development. We have a live platform as well as iOS and Android applications. We're also the very first flagship verified ICO for Stratis.
Where are you guys based out of?
We're based out of California, so we're right in the San Francisco Bay Area. We have an office in Portland, as well as one in the UK in Mansfield, as well as an office in Gurgaon, India. That's right outside of New Delhi.
Is there a website or a place we can go to, or a group like Discord or something like that, so one of the users can sign up on?
Of course, so you can visit our website. It's very easy. It's Gluon, Gluon.com. On our website, we have links to our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Facebook, and you can talk to any of the admins in our Discord and Telegram groups. We're very active. You can directly email any of the admins. We're very responsive to our community.